Yeah, it was really sad in some ways. Usually I'm very excited at graduations. Number one, they're leaving, meaning their graduation and they're leaving. So that's always nice, you know. But this one is tough. Number one, he's been here the longest. He's the youngest, you know. And so it signals that, you know, there's no more. Like there's no more games to go to at Winter Park. I have a feeling that's not going to be true. I know my wife's going to volleyball games or basketball games still. But there's just, you know, it just feels like there's an end to a really long, great run.
It's kind of like sad to see all, like, I got to see, especially from my perspective, I got to see first Jeremiah, all his games, Callie, all her games, Austin, all his games, and then finally it felt like it was my turn.
You know, you don't really realize it until, you know, you look at it, you know, all together on paper and you realize, you know, the school we have, you know, we happen to go to is kind of special. And what separates it from 90% of the other schools is we don't recruit. I mean, this is something here in Winter Park that's not happening in most places. It's just kind of a community. And everybody supports whatever sports are doing, you know, whatever sports, you know, if something's doing well, everybody supports it, you know, so it's kind of cool like that.
I loved Winter Park. I had a great experience there. I definitely, if I had to go back 100 times, I would have done it 100 times to go to Winter Park. Usually when you think of fans, you think football, basketball. And when I was in high school, the volleyball games were like one of the top sports to go watch. And we had great fans.
I went there when the year before they weren't any good. In my freshman year, we were 5-30. Second year, we were about 500 or closer to it. And then, you know, third year, you know, state final, I'm sorry, regional final game, lost. And then senior year, you know, lost in the state final. So, you know, kept working up and getting better. You know, we were building something, and that was obviously very special. And we were able to create a culture at Winter Park for Winter Park basketball. And I think that's the biggest thing that, you know, synonymous with what we did, was build a culture there for winning and playing, having a good basketball team.
I feel that I'm really privileged that I get to be a stay-at-home mom, and I do have, you know, the time and energy to go help out and volunteer, whether it's cleaning the concession stand or going to Costco or kind of really whatever a coach needs. And then beyond that, you really start making friends with parents. I enjoyed it. I didn't like, I loved working the concession stand. It was fun. You got to, you know, whether there's a mom's in there or an occasional dad. It was really fun. And then it also gave you access to meet kids from the other teams, because the varsity would come in while you're working JV or vice versa. And
she's been the hero of this family, forget Winter Park. And then she's been the team mom to every team, you know. You know, from the basketball team since Jeremiah, she's basically been the team mom. That's a long run. And then during the volleyball years, she was that, or it wasn't the team mom, she was the involved mom.